Hey everyone, it's Christine here. Welcome to my channel and welcome my Pisces to your April monthly zodiac sign readings. I feel like that's a mouthful. Before we start, just a quick reminder, this is a collective reading. Please always take what resonates and leave the rest. Energies are fluid. People have free will and can change their minds. Also, please use your intuition, your guidance. Always trust yourself and practice discernment. It's really important with readings. This applies to not just your sun, moon, rising, but also any other major placements in your natal chart, including but not limited to your Venus, your Mars, your Mercury, and your North Node. And without further ado, let's get started. I hope you have been doing well. Ooh, Pisces, I feel like you all have turned a new leaf. The shuffle is feeling so different than the previous shuffles I've done for the fire signs and for Cancer. I feel like a lot of you have had a major release. And again, we just completed Pisces season, so a lot of you have gone through quite a bit, especially I'm getting in your spiritual space. A lot of you have received a lot of, I keep getting that, especially for you all, a lot of downloads, a lot of like reconciling things and kind of like a realignment. I'm feeling so much mission, purpose, work related stuff happening, but I feel like you guys are ready. There's like a readiness in your area to move forward as you're navigating this newness, because this energy is so different. Aries energy is so different than the Piscean energy. And we do have Venus in Pisces right now. So if some of you have a lot of Pisces, if you're a Pisces sun and you have other aspects, you may be feeling this with your relationships, with money. There's like a dreamy, watery state. And we have the moon phase right now is in water, in Cancer. So we are going to see what messages your ancestors and angels and the universe has for you for the month of April. Dreaming. Oh, shoot. We got 3 cards. Some of you, I immediately got Ascended Masters. Ooh, look what we got. Great teacher, learn from spiritual experiences. Right away, I get you all are teachers. And some of you don't even know that right now. Some of you have just gone through an awakening. Small percentage of you, but I'm getting, for most of you, it's been an ascension, upgrade. Some of you do connect with Ascended Masters, perhaps for the 3 cards. But I strongly feel many of you are spiritual teachers in this world. And you have been getting a lot of downloads, especially in your dreamscape. I would say a lot of my Pisces are dreamers. You excel in the dream landscape, astral travel, lucid dreaming. Some of you may work with different elements, amethyst, quartz, different herbs to help you with dreams, but I'm getting a lot of you are getting messages about this, and some of you are in the process where you don't know. The thing is, a lot of you have always in your life, you're great at holding space for people, you're amazing listeners. Some of you may actively be working in an education type of role. I mean, like mentor, educator, teacher, counselor, therapist, but you help guide others, and that's what many of you are stepping into. You're also on the same token, or maybe another token, you may be meeting a spiritual teacher that's going to help you in your path. And some of you have glimpsed this through your dreams, clairvoyantly. You guys are very spiritually connected, because it says learn from spiritual experiences, and I feel like you do that always. The other cards we got, warrior, be fearless and stand strong. There's been a change, a shift, something I feel like has rerouted your route, your mission, your purpose, what you're doing. I feel like that's been rerouted. And a lot of you are a little bit hesitant in moving forward. Some of you are still kind of getting all the marbles together, like figuring things out. You have puzzle pieces and downloads that you've gotten through dreams, from your guides, from different spiritual connections, and from your spiritual team. And now it's time for you to kind of use that Aries energy and take a step forward. But I feel like the puzzle piece, it's not complete, the whole puzzle, and you want to see it all. Yeah, a lot of you have been going through something. I'm not getting dark night of the soul, but something through like a dark time of processing and reflecting and healing and releasing and transformation in itself, but on a spiritual, mental, emotional level. And I finally got here. Look at this. Guardian angel, you are not alone. You all are very, very tapped in, spiritually connected. This is no surprise. My Pisces are very tapped into the spiritual consciousness, subconscious, both worlds. And many of you operate at higher frequencies and dimensions naturally. I feel like you're just I'm just getting a lot of images of dreaming. You're all very lucid dreamers. You get a lot of messages. And some of you may think they're just dreams or nightmares, but they're messages, premonitions coming to you. A lot of you are starting to shift here. Something that I feel like some of you want to explore this path and help others down their journey and their own spiritual path. Whatever you're going through, I feel like many of you are going to help others in the same way. And this could be confirmation for whatever it is you're going through. I feel like a lot of you have released something. I'm getting like a death, but it's not physical, like a spiritual type of death. You have divine protection around you. I don't know why. Every time I see symbols like that, I think of Metatron. Maybe Archangel Metatron is big for you. I got Uriel too. Oh my gosh, and there's one with a Z. If any of you are really up to date with all of the archangels, there's one with a Z. Zadkiel? I can't even say it. Zadkiel or something like that. That's what came forward. Okay, let's see what Starseed Oracle messages we have for my Pisces. A lot of you are guiding other people, but you don't know. Some of you are mentors. You're already doing this. But some of you don't consider that you're teachers. You're like, no, I'm just helping someone else. You kind of are downplaying it. But there's an element there that you're going to be learning and advancing more in. Wow. Usually in tarot, we look at the bottom of the deck. I've never really done it for Oracle, but I just felt called. The bottom of the Ancestors and Angels Oracle deck, we have Earth Mother, feel loved and comforted. This taps into this. Some of you may be calling upon not just Mother Earth, Gaia, but your moms, your divine feminine energies, or being a mother to yourself in some way, like a parent. There's a lot of self-care aspects. Some of you have taken time out, and you're still kind of in a timeout. For many of you, Aries energy may be a little bit too much, and it's just like a blur of constant moving. And some of you are taking, even though you still are obviously continuing on with life, maybe many of you are working and taking care of families in most aspects of your life, and doing spirituality, social, creative projects. A lot of you have taken time out to reassess because you've gotten so much information. You're just getting a lot of spiritual connection here. And your third eye, for many of you, your third eye has opened. And you're getting new gifts, clairvoyant gifts. Some of you are mediums and starseed channelers, galactic federation channelers. You connect with other beings. Okay. Let's see what Starseed Oracle message for my Pisces, what you have. I'm not even making sense. The way I'm talking, I feel like my verbs are all mixed up today. getting it. It got dark here quickly. There we go. Let's see if there's one more. 10:10. It's funny because sometimes I'll look down and I just see the time at certain times. Some of you just have completed something. Something has ended. Chapter of your life, an energy cycle. When I say that, it could mean a way of living. Something that you used to do and now you're reassessing, realigning, you're changing things up. For many of you, this is your soul path, your mission. Okie dokes. I got this earlier, I feel. Ooh, I've gotten this card several times. Council of Light, Divine Orchestration, Helpers in the Subtle Realms. I kid you not. Holy shit. You may as well just have a direct plug or channel. You know, like those at the banks, how you can send tubes of money in the drive-thrus? You all have like a portal like that connected to the divine. Look at this. You guys are very protected and very connected. Some of you are very psychically developed. You were born this way. You just came into the earth like that. You're like, oh, hey, you're just talking to other beings and no biggie. And some of you have developed this, really nurtured it. I'm getting a lot of you have Pisces as your North Node, and some of you may be a little bit afraid because this is something you're stepping into, and for a good chunk of your life, you never really tapped into this area, this realm. And now you're being called to step into this, and a lot of you are getting gifts that are opening up. For those few that I mentioned, because I said that many of you are spiritual teachers. And again, you don't have to work in the spiritual business, but I feel like many of you gravitate towards that naturally because of the strong Piscean element you have in whatever house, particularly Sun, and I'm getting North Node. And some of you are starting to connect to people, and you're going to have a teacher come your way that will help you. The second starseed card we got, Pillar of Light, your vibration is rising. All these vibrations are rising. I think it's the awakenings we've had. A lot of people are releasing. They're getting very clear on their priorities and their worth. You are the oracle. Okay, we're done with this reading. Seriously. Look at this. This is so cool. This is so pretty. Look at all the lights. Do you see the channel? I get crown chakra. It's funny because a lot of people I've connected to with Reiki healings and even readings that are water signs, because I'll ask them, what are you, water? I always tend to see a channel in their crown chakra and above, like a white light like this. And I always used to pull my little selenite. I have a bigger one, but it's in a basket that my computer is resting on right now. Like this. I always see columns of light just like the selenite. And I see it with especially water people. Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. Many of you are very, very connected to the divine. I'm doing this for the glare. You see? I immediately just get a row of chakras. You guys are just receiving massive amounts of downloads. You're going through major upgrades. It's like a total energetic, spiritual transformation. But you're also very much connected, so don't be afraid to tap in. Yeah, a lot of you just know things. And some of you are like, I didn't know why I knew that. Because you are very psychic. You may have not tapped into that. Sometimes we shun that. There are a lot of societal, structures, the way they impose things about our intuition and how things should be, and people close them off or they shut off because of fear or whatnot. Who knows? A lot of you are, I'm getting some of you are already working in this capacity, in the spiritual capacity, as an oracle, right? In different divination modalities, like energy readers with tarot, with oracle. I get pendulum. Some of you drink tea leaves. Some of you enjoy that too with coffee readings, like the coffee grounds. But a lot of you are stepping into this right now, or really coming to realization, like, wow, I can't believe I'm really, really connected. I'm very intuitive. You're just getting a lot of divine clarity. But you know what? At the same time, I feel like it's not just spiritual, because I think it's all part of the spiritual realm, but it's also with the starseed people. I feel like this is celestial too. Other beings, other dimensions, other galaxies, other worlds. You all easily connect to these realms. Okay, I am shuffling the Moonology deck, the Moonology manifestation deck, I should say. Okay. First one, cut the deck. Let's see what the Moonology manifestation can offer in terms of guidance for my Pisces. Comment down below if any of you have just started your spiritual awakening, because I'm gathering a lot of you have been in it for a while and you may not have known. And many of you have professions that are different from what you're doing or what want to get into. Oh, I'm shuffling and 2 cards came out and I'm not even paying attention. First quarter moon in Aries, step into your power. Teacher. A lot of you are stepping into this in this season. You are finally realizing, wow, I have all these amazing gifts. I'm supposed to help people. For some of you, this could be very, very effing frightening. You just have to acknowledge it. That's it. It doesn't mean you have to immediately build a business and be like, okay, guys, I got my tarot deck. I am good. Let's just start doing readings. No. And I use that as an example because the spiritual entrepreneurship business community is huge. It encompasses so many different things, not just tarot readings, energy readings, aura readings, chakra balancing, Reiki, so many things. Believe in your good luck. I get that. Some of you are afraid. I have two streams coming. There are some of you that have always known and recognized that you have gifts that are different from others. You're very in tune. You just know stuff about people. You got to protect yourself. I'm just getting. You're like, because you're so energetically open, I feel like people, it's like you're a light portal, like a light. I just get portal light. It's like the light here. You see how it comes up and down, I should say. And also this one, it's like people, some people may see it, but the vast majority are going to feel it. You're just like a beacon of light. And people feel that. And so some of you are scared of stepping into this. And some of you don't want to. You don't want to be in this position. This is your opportunity to step into your power. I mean, this is your soul path, your decision, your choice. Not everyone is going to accept this. A lot of you have really big missions here. I always say people that are watching, you all have important missions here. Those of you that watch, you all are healers in some aspect. Many of you are just beginning to step into your power or have changed something. There's an element of fear here because something that you used to do, it's no longer continuing in the same way. And it's almost like what you did before was like the precursor to what you're supposed to do, if that makes sense. It could be in spiritual related or a completely different profession, but I'm getting this is tied to your mission, your purpose here on earth. Wow, I'm just amazed at the amount of, you have so much divine assistance. You have so much divine assistance because you're so connected, you're so open, you're so in tune with yourself. This is naturally going to flow in. But this is also tied to the belief in yourself and stepping into your power. Things are going to work out for you. Remember, just take it one nugget, one little breadcrumb at a time. Some of this can be very, not destabilizing, but almost like someone took the rug out of or under your feet and kind of things are wobbly. You know, like where there's uneven surface and you use like little pieces of paper to like elevate the leg of a chair. That's what it feels like. Things are going to rebalance themselves. Oh, I didn't even look at the bottom of the deck. This is usually what indicates the subconscious. So this is from the Starseed Oracle. Trust your path. A lot of you may be thinking, what the F? I was always this in my life. I was planning to retire and do this. And now some of you are just, boom, something completely different. If you knew you would be supported, what would you do? You all know you're already very much supported. Some of you may be seeing, did I say this? Feathers or rainbows or lights. Things that are a little bit different than the usual markers like signs and synchronicities. Some of you are seeing different things. Some of you may be seeing people, like images of people. Small percentage of you are spiritual mediums. Can see figures, angels, loved ones that have passed away, even beings from other places. We got full moon in Taurus, detoxify. I immediately got Hathor here, the Egyptian goddess. She is also someone that I revere. And she really relates to, I get Cancer vibes, but she's very intuitive. I feel like she's there to help you. The cow is feminine energy. Some of you may be working with ascended masters that have this type of energy, or you're expanding your feminine energy crew. And again, they don't have to be the same gender because we all have feminine and masculine energies within us. There's a semblance to of nurturing. You're letting go of things. And sometimes that's the hard part too. This is where you may need to be strong because you're releasing things that may have always been comfortable for you. I'll just say for any sign, no matter what, it can be very difficult to release things. People, I mean, whether it's your childhood best friend you've known for 20 plus years, or you've been with your partner for 2 years, or who knows how long, we get comfortable. But sometimes things provoke change, and you're like, what? We didn't see that coming. We thought we were going to be together. We thought, this person would always be with us or whatever. It doesn't always happen that way. When we get too comfortable, we can start taking people, places, things for granted, and we don't really recognize the value of them. And sometimes people are not here to stay with us. There's something about getting, not just your situation, because I feel like this is more related to your soul path, your mission, but for some of you, it could be the people that you want around you. I'm feeling a lot of you are calling in a tribe, like a nurturing tribe. And we have a full moon in Libra coming up. So you could set the intention to release people that no longer serve you, to cut energies. Because some of you, I feel like a lot of us are cleaning that out in our lives. Okay. Let's see what the angel oracle, the angel guide oracle has in store for my Pisces. I wouldn't be surprised if a lot came out. You guys, I just feel a lot of divine presence. But also celestial, worldly, other worlds. Some of you may have a spiritual team that extends beyond this galaxy. Many of you are starseeds. Many of you come from other galaxies, like deep, because I see little, the spaceships have little, they're like pods, cubes that separate from them. I don't know the whole mechanics of them, but I'm seeing little pods from far away. These are places that they may have numbers in terms of their records, but they don't have names yet. Some of you come from undiscovered seedling families, but they're a very high dimension because I'm getting a huge whip of like vibrational energy. Divine timing. a lot of this is unfolding, and some of you may be asking questions like when, who, especially if you're looking for a teacher, or if you're making that transition into a teacher role or wanting to change. And the same with your realignment. A lot of you have had different effects in what you're currently doing. Things are not happening or working in the same way that you want to, and you're wanting to know about the time. This is one of the biggest signs for me of just trusting. Let go. Just let go of everything you can't control and focus on what you can. You see? You see the colors? I just get immediately just a lot of different dimensions and a lot of different realities here. You're very connected to other things. You guys are so, I have no other word but to say deep. Very intertwined, but with all elements. There's something cooking in here. It almost makes it seem like a little belly, like an oven of sorts. You see like the little rays of light. And your team knows it. Perhaps that's why you have been getting a lot more contact. I feel like a lot of you have gotten more contact from your spiritual team. Broadly defined, whatever that means to you. You're getting a lot of signs too. And this is unfolding. I feel like April, I had to look at the date to make sure we were in April. I feel like April in itself is going to be a month where you're integrating and really feeling a lot of this. Because I felt like for March, a lot of you experienced just a lot of contradictory kind of transformations, changes, just things just started moving differently. And a lot of that is just now starting to settle, kind of like sediments when it settles down into the floor of the seabed, or when you shake a snow globe. I feel like this month you're going to be integrating a lot of what you've learned. You're staying very connected, and you are connected to your divine team. And you're being called to step into your power if you haven't done so already. Okay, let's take a look at what self-care oracle message we have. Oh, they like... I'll be back. It fell on the floor. There it is. Okie dokie. Aha, we got music. This is one, who got it? One of the fire signs got this. Music. 10, completion. Some of you may be clairaudient too. I'm hearing you could be getting messages, hearing your name, hearing some type of music too. Tribal drum, like a rhythmic type of music. But this can also help connect to yourself. I always say like music is another modality of healing, with or without words. I don't feel the type matters. Whatever you intuitively feel drawn to. This could help integrate some of the information. Some of you I also got have changed your taste in music. And it's like a new world. Wow. So my Pisces, all I see are spiritual connections here. You guys are very much divinely guided. Tap into your team. Know that you always have protection. You have experienced or are experiencing transformation. And this could be something that's happening. Many of you are stepping into your power, and I feel strongly you are here to show the way. You're teachers. And that means so many different things. It doesn't have to be being a teacher in a school. You're just guiding people because of your immense knowledge and connection with the divine. With the divine. I feel like I said that weird. A lot of you are channelers. You're going to be channeling messages and working with other beings, channeling messages from beyond. Some of you are scared as F. I know it can be scary. And you can have conversations with your team, light a candle, just get quiet and just let them know like, hey, thank you for my gifts. I'm grateful for receiving things in divine timing or what I need to know at the moment. A lot of good things are coming. Can't believe I said, I don't like saying divine timing and I just said it. because that always indicates trust. There's a strong element here of trusting how your path is unfolding. Because many of you, again, this has changed from what you originally thought you were going to do. You have a spiritual teacher coming for those of you that may be already changing paths, that have changed paths, or that have just gone on this spiritual path. But there's someone, it could be more than one too. I'm getting singular right now. There's someone that's going to come into your path that's going to help you, guide you, mentor you in different ways. And it doesn't look like someone sitting across from you and guiding you, and that one being like, okay, so tell me, how did this week go? It could be through an interaction, a dialogue, an exchange, a look, someone giving you a flyer, piece of information, anything. I hope this resonated with some of my Cancers out there, and it would be awesome if you could like, share, and subscribe. I'm really grateful, and I will see you all very soon.